Hey everyone, welcome to Class vs. Crass number 9. This is a special episode because you guys are joining us on my live channel, of course. Sorry for the delay. Had technical problems. Anyway, who cares? And with me, the man who's stuck in 1999, Shawn Long.
I'm stuck in 96 right now because Mario 64 is the greatest game ever.
So you're going to be playing that tonight?
Yep, all fucking night. Oh, shit, sorry.
Well, so much for keeping this clean. All right. So to celebrate, since we're on my personal channel, I'm bringing out the Spirit Special Cooler since I have no wine tonight. I'm putting guava melon mist. You drinking anything?
Diet Dr. Pepper.
The usual.
Shit.
You know what I hate about live events aside from the technical problems?
What's that?
We can't like queue up a theme song to get started. It's always
that kind of sucks.
It's always like random. Are we up? Are we up? Okay, we're up. So,
yeah, I guess it's part of the charm, maybe.
Charm.
Yeah,
Charm.
Let's talk about some stuff.
Before we start talking about stuff, because we were late an hour, we're on a channel that you guys aren't used to. We're giving away 5 codes today to the people in the chat so that if you're watching live, you get access to these 5 codes. We're going to give them out at the end of the episode. We've got codes for Ping 1.5 Plus. We've also got a code for Master Reboot. And we're also giving away, you know what, let's make it 6 codes. I'm going to be giving away 2 codes for Grav Blocks Plus. So stick around if you want a chance to win one of those. Unfortunately, half the world's going to hate me because it's only for North America. So sorry, European guys.
Those are all really good games, though. Master Reboot's freaking awesome. Grav Block Plus is kind of a love it or hate it thing, but I like it. I actually play it a good bit. Ping 1.5 is a solid game, and what was the other game? Or was that it?
Master Reboot, Grav Blocks, Ping 1.5 Plus. Yeah. 3.
I mean, they're all good games, so if you don't own those games, then you're Jason, did you just see what happened in the chat room?
I did not see. What's going on?
The Blackbirdie is the man behind Silent Evil.
Really?
Berserta, Silent Evil, yeah. So get up with him after the chat. Maybe exchange some information.
For sure. We were actually talking just last week.
So we were talking about him like 2 days ago.
That's last week.
Yeah, I guess it is. All right, let's talk about some topics, man. How about, have you seen all the Megaton 3DS games?
I caught a glimpse of it, and to be honest, you're going to have to update me on a lot of news because I've been out of touch for the past week.
So yesterday, Capcom announced Monster Hunter Adventure.
I saw that. It's an RPG. I just saw the title, like RPG Adventure.
Yeah, it looks a lot like a Wind Waker style game, actually. It has a very bright, let me pause this for a little bit. It has a very bright color palette, and they just showed some like random gameplay footage, but it's actually using some images from whatchamacallit, Mega Man Legends 3, which never came out. Some of the assets from that. Yeah. Really? Yeah. So I don't know. It looks pretty cool.
So that's crazy because that was released today. Was today or yesterday?
That was yesterday. And then today was Project X Zone 2, which is coming out in the fall in North America.
Why are they releasing this on a weekend? I
have no idea. Something's going on in Japan. These were like events. Hold on. But it's actually pretty funny because if you remember when we had Koopman on the show the other week, we were talking about how the 3DS lineup for kind of, the later half of the year looked a bit slim, but now with like all these third-party games, like it's the complete opposite of the Wii U. So it's pretty interesting. But I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the original Project X Zone because I thought the gameplay was a bit weak. But I loved having characters from Capcom and Sega and Bandai Namco. Holy shit! All together in one game. So that was pretty sick. Yeah, Monster Hunter Stories is the name of the game. But yeah, like it's crazy. It's crazy how like it's not like small games, like two big ass games were dropped this weekend.
So I'm updating myself live here. So what's the appeal of Monster Hunter Stories? What's it do different than Monster Hunters 4?
I don't it's gonna be like a traditional RPG set in the Monster Hunter universe with bright colors and stuff like that. It's not gonna be like a Monster Hunter game. It's just using the Monster Hunter world. From what I gather.
I'm seeing cats again. Are they gonna probably add another cat companion again?
Like, yeah, it's probably gonna be like a team member. But I mean, I think
but this is a very cool art. This is 2016 though. This is next year.
Yeah. I was talking about Project X Zone being this year.
And that one dropped today?
Yeah, that dropped like a couple hours ago.
Oh yeah, a few hours ago.
And like dropped the trailer to like there was a rumor that it was being worked on NeoGAF, and then they dropped the trailer for the Japanese version, and they dropped the North American version like 20 minutes later, and it was like fall 2015. It's like, what?
So okay, I'm reading up on it. It's not saying that it was announced at anything specific. Like it's not saying it was announced in a venue or an event or anything like that. Like
it wasn't. It was just random.
This is random.
That's even more bizarre.
Like, is there a reason that these companies are trying to like get their big announcements out? Do you think they found out about something and they just want to avoid a bigger announcement?
That's not a terrible idea. I think it's definitely inside the realm of possibility.
So one,
I mean, that's why
Capcom
some
and
games,
Bandai Namco.
It's Capcom, Bandai Namco, and Sega all in one. So technically, it's 5 companies because it's Bandai and Namco, Sega and Atlas, and Capcom.
Yeah, that's.
Did you play the first Project X Zone?
I did not know.
I played it. I own it. I own the collector's edition. Actually, it's pretty cool. Like I said, the gameplay wasn't all that riveting, but it was definitely neat having, just so many different characters from different games together, like in a story, and it was very over the top. But
yeah, I'm definitely gonna want to try it. But yeah, that's weird. Like because even what's that? What is that elephant game? The Rumbo, the badass elephant.
Rumbo,
even the badass elephant was hyped up. So I'm surprised that Monster Hunter came out of nowhere.
And Project X Zone. Mm-hmm. They both were just like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's a little something.
Here's something for your weekend. Have fun.
It's like, and which would you rather play? Monster Hunter or Project X Zone 2 or Runbo the dickhead elephant? Like, that was the worst surprise ever. Like, oh my god!
You know what though? I'd probably be more interested in the badass elephant. Just it looks charming. It looks fun.
It's a 2D freaking platformer. We have enough.
That's what I like.
Yeah, but me personally, and I think most people are pleased with what we're getting for the 3DS.
All right. So let's not wait through the whole episode to give out codes. Let's give out a ping 1.5 code right now. What question should we ask? Let's get a trivia. First person to answer the proper trivia gets the code.
Okay. You want to do it or you want me to do it?
If you have an idea for trivia, go for it. I can't think of anything right now.
I always have ideas for trivia.
Oh, I got one.
You go ahead.
All right. First person to say, actually, I don't know what the answer is. I'm going to ask you in chat if you know what the answer.
Of course I know the answer. Exact?
Yeah, the exact.
I mean, you got... No, I don't know that. No.
Okay. Let me Google it.
All right. While he's Googling that, I will do a trivia question.
All right.
Someone name... Let's see. Someone name 2 launch titles for the N64. Whoever does it first gets the code.
That's ping 1.5 plus North American code. All right, yeah. So we talked about the big bombs. I was thinking for this podcast, we could actually like talk about what we've been playing in the past week. Just like, what have you been playing? What have you been thinking? What do you think about what you've been playing? What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's fine.
So what have you been playing?
Super Mario 64.
All week?
Pretty much. Marc-Andre Belleau wins.
All right. How do we get him this code without everyone else cannibalizing?
I think you click his name and then you can send him a message. Click his name in the chat room.
All right. So we still
just do like do the top code, but we still have a ton more codes, people.
Yeah, we got 5 codes. It's not just ping, and it's an apology gift for screwing up the pod. It's not even our fault. It's stupid YouTube's fault. How do you send a message? You can't even send them. Oh, here we go. Got it. It's away. All right. So you've been playing Mario 64. Finding anything different with the with it being on the Wii U Virtual Console?
Surprisingly, yes. They've cleaned up some of the graphics. It almost feels like it's running at because I think it was originally running at 240 on the N64, and now it's running at like 480 on the Wii U version. I don't know how the Wii version stacks up to that, but there definitely is. Mario is much crisper. He's almost, I would say, a higher definition character. I mean, the world and stuff is still, pretty low res, but yeah, character models look pretty good. And I mean, it's just the way they did it is just, perfect. Like you can fully customize the gamepad controls to whatever you want. So, I mean, it's perfect. So I'm having a blast with it. And I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart 8 too lately.
Mario Kart 8, getting hyped up for the 200cc. Hey, Tillman. Tillman's in the chat.
Maybe? Tillman!
Yeah. I'm definitely going to be jumping right back into Mario Kart with the 200cc. And I haven't even finished the 150cc circuits. So I need to polish off my skills.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been pretty much playing that. Have you been playing anything or just been busy?
I always make time for gaming. So what have I been playing? I've been playing a few games. I got the last mask in Majora's Mask, so I'm like doing side quests in that. I played Metroid Fusion for the first time, which I had a lot of troubles putting down because it was so damn addicting. And I played that on the Wii U Virtual Console, which was amazing. Like on a big screen, a Game Boy Advance game still looked amazing.
Oh yeah.
But I kind of did prefer playing it on the gamepad. Just it felt like the graphics just were better. It seemed a bit too blown up on the HD screen, but it still worked. What else have I been? Oh yeah, yesterday I was playing Affordable Space Adventure in my Spirit persona. So there's a teaser for what the next episode's about. And I only played it in 2-player mode. And I was actually surprised because I was really hyped for Affordable Space Adventure. And I played it for 2 hours in 2-player mode. And it just got like tedious, aggravating. I wasn't enjoying the game anymore. Like,
I liked it better in 1-player mode.
And I think that's the thing. Like, I was a strong advocate of Affordable Space Adventure and saying like, you have to try it in 2-player mode.
I know you were.
Yeah, I even told you like if you're reviewing it, make sure you try 2-player mode. But I think after the first 5-6 levels, it loses its charm in 2-player mode, and it's just like screw this because like the controls are pretty much divided between 2 controllers, and it just gets ridiculous because like the pilot who's controlling the ship has the flare, so you're holding down the flare, but then your engineer friend who's holding the gamepad, he controls where the flare is going. So it's like you have to be like, oh, shoot that button right there. No, aim at that button, and then you have to. It's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean it's teamwork, and I don't trust anyone but myself in a video game most of the time. So yeah, I mean I play it in single player. It's so much better. It's so much more rewarding. I mean it's fun in multiplayer, but you got to play it kind of in short bursts, or else you'll want to kill who you're playing.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if we got on tape, but the Spirit had a breakdown. So for anyone who's not familiar on this channel, and I am going to promote because we're doing this episode here, I have a show called Let's Make a Gamer Out of Lee, where we teach Lee, a girl who has never played video games genuinely in her life, learns to play games. And I teach her through a spirit persona, kind of like Kung Fu Masters. It's not acted out. It's all improvised, and it's genuine reactions. So affordable space adventure, genuine reaction coming up in the next week. But I was going somewhere with that. I forget what it was. Oh, yeah. In the end, though, it's a puzzle game. I don't know if you felt that way, but I feel like a lot of indie games are puzzle games. We've talked about this before. And
too many.
And that's the thing. A puzzle game gets old. Like, I played it for 2 hours. I think that's a long time for puzzles. And the load screens. There's so many damn load screens.
Well, there's a load screen for every new area. But once you get, I don't know what do you know what level you got to?
I still don't have all of my equipment turned up. Like on the gamepad, I think I got the vents, so I can cool down the ship by venting all the heat out.
Okay. So you got pretty decent ways.
Yeah, but that's like, it's a puzzle game, so it gets, like you say, it's for short bursts.
But I thought I enjoyed it.
Obviously, you gave the game like a 9 or a 9.5.
I gave it a 9.
What's this? Tillman's talking about new F-Zero incoming. Any idea what he's talking about?
No. I mean, it's just rumors for now. Is it possible? Sure. I mean, I think at E3, Nintendo's going to have stuff like that. And people are like, they're just going to talk about poop. No. They're going to have a bunch of freaking games.
You know what? Talk about poop?
Yeah, I don't know. They're going to have a bunch of freaking games. And, like, if you don't think that, then, I don't know, you haven't really been paying attention to things well. Oh, we need to talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh, right. The big one for the week.
Splatoon, no voice chat, because the developer does not like hearing that he sucks and that he's crap. You're crap. I don't want to hear that.
He just doesn't want to be called a pee-pee head, I think.
Pee-pee head, yeah. I mean, on one hand, I somewhat understand that sentiment.
Nope, I call bullshit.
Why? Because okay, when I play Call of Duty, you know who I mute? Every freaking body. I don't want to hear no one. I play my game. I'm going to play it the way I want to play it. Suck my ass. I don't want to hear you crying and bitching, little 13-year-old cussing up a storm. Dude, like
that's fine.
I played Call of Duty once, and this kid on the other team would not shut up. And, like, I was talking shit about his parents, like being bad parents for all the stuff he was saying. And then his mom got on, and I was like, Mom, you were a shitty parent. I should call DSS on your ass because you were raising a monster. Like, I cannot stand hearing these little freaking kids just yelling and yapping about. So, on one hand, I do agree with that. However, yes, I am still playing Mario 64 right now. However, I do not agree with it for friends. That's bullshit. There should have been friend chat. Simple as that.
Even that, it's bullshit. They're developers. Why not put in the functionality? That's like someone's developing your radio for your car, says, I don't like rock music. It's a bad influence. So your radio doesn't play rock music. Just have a toggle where Splatoon has voice chat support. It's turned off. So unless you know to turn it on, you don't hear anybody talking to you and you can't talk to anybody. And then if you want to use it, if you want to talk with people, you turn it on. If you want to talk with your friends, you turn it on. There is no reason to completely ignore that feature just because you had a bad experience with it. And I think in general, most people have a bad experience with voice chat, but that's not a reason to not include it and give the player the choice.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, friends and stuff, that's pretty damn stupid. But, you know, I mean, can you change it?
Can the developer like change what?
No, can you or I or anyone change it?
I don't know. We can get loud enough.
Yeah, I don't even think that would work, to be honest with you.
Look who we got Fatal Frame over, you know.
Yeah, that's a little different. That was planned on coming over. Whether people want to believe that or not, everyone should have known that, like I prophesized when it was first announced. Anyways, I mean, you know, does it suck? Yeah. Is it going to take away from the game for me? I don't think so. I mean, I'm still looking forward to getting my mitts on it. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's always a wait and see approach. You never know. I mean, the game looks freaking gorgeous.
Everyone wants us to do E3 predictions every episode.
I know. But you know,
I think it's a bummer. Like it doesn't destroy the game. It doesn't make it unplayable, but like it's just shitty. Like you want to play with your friends. They're not always going to come over. Or, like let's say I want to play with you. You're not going to come over, like fly over to Toronto to play with me. So I can't never, fly. And you don't fly. You can't. So I can never talk to you like when we're playing games unless I Skype. Like, come on. Yeah, there's a microphone, freaking gamepad.
Right, and that's what kind of makes it silly, in my opinion, because you know it's like the only thing that has a built-in mic, and yet they never use the built-in mic. So I don't know. It's kind of counterproductive, but what can you do? What can you do? I mean, there's some people trying like a hashtag movement or something, but I mean, let's call a spade here. You know, it's a month away from release, so unless you know a stroke of genius or miracle happens, and you know it is what it is. It sucks.
You know what we can do though?
What can we do?
We can give out another code.
Give out another code, baby.
All right, we're gonna go with Grav Blocks this time.
Very fun puzzle game. Hard as shit.
Okay, so this is okay. We're gonna give out another. Let's do trivia. That works good. So this is a North American code for Grav Blocks. It's a match 3 kind of game, but the gravity changes on you. So your blocks are going this way, then they're going this way, and they're going this way. You have a question? No, wait, you did it last time.
No, I did it last time.
All right, I'm gonna go with my original one. This is stupid. I doubt anyone will know this off the top of their head. But if you can give me, you're gonna have to specify if you're talking about North American release or European.
No, you have to specify. No. You're the one doing the freaking giveaway.
No, because if you're European, like if you're in Europe, you're gonna.
If you're in Europe, you're not gonna win the code.
Good point.
Because it won't work on your system.
Good point. Okay, that makes it easy. Okay, let me make sure I got the right one. I don't even know if this is legit.
It's November something.
Yeah. Oh, well, stop teasing people. Okay, give me the North American release date of the Wii U. First person to do it gets a code for Grav Blocks.
I'm watching the chat.
All right.
You can go ahead and pitch the next idea. Oh, you can only win one code. So Mark Andre Belille.
Did Mark get it again?
No, I don't know if he got it again. I'm just prefacing that. One code per person. Got to share the wealth.
Good call. Good call.
Lepine Gate is in full effect. I might play some Grav Blocks while I.
So the room is demanding. Is it November? Yeah, you need the exact date, guys, not just the month or the year.
Month, date, year. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, what the heck's wrong with you people?
Do we have a winner? Almost. I need all 3. The month, the year, and the day. All right, so it looks like Joe's got it. November 18th, 2012 is when the Wii U was released in North America. Shawn, do you see anyone get that answer before? Joe
Nope, Joe got it.
No one else got it in like piecemeal?
I mean, no one said the perfect thing.
All right, so Joe gets it. Enjoy your copy of Grav Blocks.
It's pretty fun. I like it.
There's actually footage on the Nintendo Enthusiast channel if you want to see it.
There is. I played some of the first couple levels.
There you go. Your code is away. November 18th. Code's gone. All right, E3 predictions. Let's try to be creative. And like, let's rack our heads here. There's the obvious ones that we know about. Well, we don't know about it, but pretty sure about it, which is like hands down, there's probably going to be a new Metroid game for a console. Still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Plans on Ollie.
Ollie. All right, so yeah, I think that there's gonna be a new Metroid game. What else are they getting? Help me out here.
Well, I mean, we're gonna see Star Fox.
Oh, for sure, yeah, we're gonna see the first trailer of Star Fox, some gameplay.
I think Star Fox is gonna be playable on the floor.
I think so too. It better be if it's coming out 6 months later.
I don't think it's going to be 6 months. I think that's going to be a quick release
in November.
Is that confirmed?
Well, it said before Zelda. Zelda was a holiday release. It got pushed back, so Star Fox is the big holiday release now. So
it's a sucky holiday release.
What do you mean? Why do people hate on Star Fox? It's an amazing.
I'm not hating on Star Fox. I love Star Fox, but that's Metroid is a holiday release. Super Mario 3D World 2 is a holiday release. Zelda is a holiday release. Star Fox is not a holiday release.
Well, obviously they didn't think so either because they had Zelda and Star Fox planned. I mean, we're going to see a lot of stuff, and it's really hard to predict because like all the big IPs kind of had their showcase on the Wii U. Like, what IPs are left to cover on the Wii U?
There's a ton.
The big.
Did you not read my awesome Battalion Wars article? That's currently #1 on N4G Wii U.
That's not a big thing. You're #1 on that thing every week.
I'm #1 all the time because I'm the master. But yeah, that's going to be freaking. I mean, I don't understand why they're not doing that. I think you're going to see different things. I think you're going to see things. The hard thing for me to do is predict E3 because I really think you're going to see things that no one's thinking of.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think this will be like we're going to see more than just games. I think we're going to see new services introduced. Of
course, because you're going to have that stuff comes out in the fall. The successor to Club Nintendo comes out in the fall, so that's where you promote it. Is at E3. You say, "Hey, look at this awesome service that no one can predict because we're not giving any sort of inclination." I mean,
do you think that's going to be unveiled at E3, or do you think that's going to be unveiled before?
No, that'll be unveiled at E3 because that's going to be big. Okay, let me rephrase that. It depends. If it's as big as I think it'll be at E3. If it's small, it'll be before.
I think it's going to be huge, and that's why I think they would probably release like a month ahead to kind of get everyone like, "Whoa, what just happened?" And then E3 is like, "Let's process this."
But Eric did a good article on the site that was, of course, a bitch to edit, where he started, what to expect from Nintendo at E3, and the way he prefaced it is very interesting because, a lot of things that happened at, I'm sorry, I'm getting one of my smokeroonies. No, I was just getting a cigarette. A lot of when you think about it, as much as, the Direct wasn't maybe, for me, like there wasn't stuff, like a ton of stuff that was, jumping out at me. There was a lot of stuff that could have easily been E3 material. New Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, that could have been E3. Fatal Frame localization, that could have easily been E3 announcements, and that would have been huge. Mm-hmm. So Lucas isn't coming out till June. They could have done it and then released Lucas at the end of June. So it's interesting. It's an interesting how much of their hand they showed just for a Direct. So it's almost like, well, if you're showing off this stuff, I mean, you're not going to blow your load early. You're saving something for the end. So what are you saving?
Yeah.
That's what makes me think.
It's almost like they're clearing their plate of anything that we kind of knew or would suspect from them.
Of course, because they said that everything at E3 is going to be a 2015 game.
Did they say that? That's
they did.
Everything at E3 is a 2015 game.
Well, I think pretty much. I don't know. It was worded weirdly.
Okay.
Majority. But if you think about it, everything that we saw on the Direct, it was all for games that we knew about. There wasn't anything new. So you're right. It's almost like they're saying, hey, we've got this stuff coming out this year. So, think about it now. And then at E3, we're going to show you a bunch of different shit that you didn't even think about.
Oh, for sure. We might see a return. Like I'm seeing a lot of F-Zero in the chat. I think it would make sense if they had an F-Zero to put it out then, because you've got Mario Kart 8 would just kind of finish its load. Like it's been selling for a year. All the DLC's out. All the hype's gone. Let's get a new racer out. It could work, maybe.
Or more DLC for Mario Kart.
That's just F-Zero DLC? Maybe. They've already got the track and everything.
An add-on. No, I wouldn't like that. I would like a proper F-Zero game.
Yeah. I think actually we're going to see I don't know. What do you think of an amiibo game?
No.
Like it's a game.
Not yet.
A game that themes the amiibo in the game.
No, you need the cards.
You don't need them.
You need the cards. You need the cards first. If the cards are dropping soon, then you could do a game like that. So that way you can either buy the pack of cards, 4 or 5 cards for the price of one figure, or the people with all the figures can use them.
Right. We've also got, who was it that teased? I think it was Bandai Namco that teased the game at not the last Direct, but the one before that.
Project Treasure.
So we're going to hear about that. That's been
teased. Eric really did a good job with the article. I was very impressed because he touched on that. He touched on just a bunch of stuff that I was like, oh yeah, that's good. I'm good remembering that.
I think we're going to see some new hardware stuff in some form or another.
No.
You were alluding to something with now that the Wii Virtual Console's out. Who was saying this? I don't know if it was you.
Me.
Was it you?
That was me.
A cheaper Wii U that doesn't have the Wii backwards compatibility in it.
Yes, I think that's actually someone mentioned that in a forum, or not a forum, a Facebook group I'm in, and I don't know. Like, I think they just kind of said it to say it, but it almost makes sense because getting rid of the backwards compatibility, much like it did with the original Wii, would bring down production costs substantially. So, the system's been out long enough. It has a big enough library to where it can do that. And then, hey, you can download Wii games at your convenience. So, I think I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm not necessarily banking on that. But if it happened, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think that makes sense because you got to think what the competition is doing too. You got Microsoft and Sony trying to create more incentives, and what they often do is either do bundles or they do price drops. And the systems have been out that they might do a $50 price drop. If you have a Wii U with no Wii and you can do that $50 price drop, like you're getting a Nintendo console back to kind of its original what people are used to paying for a Nintendo console.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that the Wii U is overpriced. I think the Wii U is a great value, but if they did that, I would not be surprised. Let's give away a code. All right,
let's do another ping code. So North American ping code, ping 1.5 plus. You play, you drag your little block, it bounces around, you try to get to the exit. It's actually hard, and the boss levels are pretty fun. I reviewed that game. I think I gave it an 8 because there was a lot of. I found that there was a lot of creativity gone into the game. Like every boss level is like an entire new mini game. It's really well done.
I'll come up with the trivia question.
All right, I'll keep feeding some bullshit here into the podcast. I don't think we're going to see a Mario game because I think everyone is kind of Mario'd out. We got a lot of like Mario platformers, and we got Mario Maker coming out. There was just Mario all over the place, 3DS and the Wii U. So I think we're going to take a break from Mario for a year. Unless they do something creative. I'm also predicting that we're going to see more new 3DS exclusive titles. Because the new 3DS is kind of quiet. It's like, here's Xenoblade, and that's it.
Not true. Binding of Isaac.
I don't know.
It's an indie game.
It's an indie game, so it's not like Nintendo's plans. Like, it helps them, but I don't think they planned for it. No. Oh, Paper Mario, that is a good one. There is a lot of fan demand for Paper Mario, and they did like do a troll in the last Nintendo Direct that seemed to indicate that they did know that the fans wanted Paper Mario. When they're like, "Oh, do you like RPGs and Mario, Puzzles and Dragons?" So I think we could see a new Paper Mario.
Holy shit, that scared me.
Yeah.
I was looking up something and an advertisement started playing and it scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. All right, so I got my trivia question. What year did the first Game & Watch come out? Just the year.
Oh shit, that's an old one.
Yep,
just the year that it came out. Oh, I think we could see, that's a good one. Steven Bauer is mentioning Twilight Princess. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that on the 3DS, but I don't think we'd see it in an E3 announcement just because Majora's Mask just came out. Although maybe as an apology for the Zelda delay, we could see that happen. What do you think?
I think there'll be a Zelda game in some capacity, whether it's a remake or a offshoot of the franchise.
Because you can play just about any 3D Zelda game right now on all the new consoles. You got Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword. You could play it on your Wii U, technically, so could Twilight Princess. So I don't know. Maybe there's not that much of a reason to do it right away.
I mean, it's good fan service at the very least.
Yeah, but it's resources.
I need to see if anyone... Griffin of Might.
Griffin of Might got it? 1980 is when the first Game Watch came out. Long before we were born.
I know, that's nice to say.
All right. Sending the code out. And there you go. You've got your own Ping 1.5 Plus code. So we still got
a lot of time.
We still got 3 codes. We still got a Ping code. We got the Master Reboot code, which I'm hanging on to just because that one's an expensive one. And
that needs to be the last game.
Not last, maybe second last. It's too predictable. It's too predictable if you do it last.
I guess.
All right.
Maybe some questions from the room.
Not yet. It's too early.
I mean, you got something to talk
about? What else? Yeah, I did cover all the games we were playing. Really, you've only been playing Mario 64 in the past week?
No, I mean, I played some Angry Video Game Nerd.
How is that? I haven't tried it yet. I want
hard as shit. It'll make you cry. I don't know if you watched any of my streams of it, but like there was a heavy celebration when I completed one level.
How many levels did you beat?
1.
Wow.
Still only 1.
That bad?
It's hard. But it's purposefully hard.
Right.
It's awesome though. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's an homage to a great show.
Yeah. I mean, it's just great. And they did a really good job with the port too. Like the port is freaking rock solid.
Does it add anything or it's just a straight up port?
No, it's a straight up port, but I mean, they use the gamepad decently. On the gamepad, you have because there's hidden characters. I'll try to show it actually. I don't know how well this will come up.
Just,
can you see it?
I can see the nerd. I can see the inventory screen. 0 deaths.
So yeah. I mean, it shows your deaths. It allows you to manage your inventory, which you don't get many items. And where the nerd was below, there's 3 spaces, and you can find hidden characters and switch them on the fly. So I mean, it's none of the content was compromised, which was very important.
Is there any cursing in it?
Is there any cursing in it, Jason? This game makes me look like the tamest individual in the world. There's porn. There's Atari porn in the game. There's cursing in the game. There is like pretty much. I just got attacked by a poo monster.
There's
like
scrotum,
it's the most.
There's scrotum guns too, right? Scrotum guns.
Scrotum guns.
Where did their hair go?
Yeah. Where did the hair go? Where did the hair go? Yeah, like it's definitely for like Nintendo turned off me first sharing photos for it.
Gee, I wonder why.
I wonder why. But I mean it's definitely, but I love it. I mean it's perfect for someone like me.
Yeah, I would love it too because I just love platformers. So I want to try it. I will.
I bought it. I bought it and I don't regret. I have 0 regrets. Glitch Gremlin. Oh shit, I died. Yeah, it's the most M-rated. Like it makes Bayonetta look like a child's game. Like it's rough.
Speaking of Bayonetta, did you beat Bayonetta 2?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. I don't know. I love Bayonetta 1. I forgot I had the second disc, which is stupid because you buy 2. Loved 1. Started playing 2. Made it to like the 2nd or 3rd level. Does it? I don't understand why it has got a score of 10. Like, I feel like it's the same as Bayonetta 1. So why?
No. It looks a million times better than Bayonetta 1.
Okay, so that's all that was wrong.
The combat is tighter. There's more customization. There's better. Everything is better. Like I'm the complete opposite of you. When I beat the first one, because I beat the first one and then I beat the second one. When I beat the first one, I was like, okay, it's good. But then people were like, okay, if you liked the first one, you're gonna love the second one. I was like, okay. And then I played the second one. And I was like, holy, like the first one took me longer to beat than the second one because I took more breaks from the first one. And then once I got out on the second one, I was like, wow, let's go. Like this is awesome.
But why? It's the same thing. Like I'm not seeing the difference. Does it just? People were saying like the cutscenes were fixed. There's less cutscenes, but I find that there's just the same amount of cutscenes. Like especially that New York scene when there's jets flying everywhere.
That's so awesome, dude.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it. I'm not saying it's bad. I love it.
That's one of the best. That's one of the best cinemas in gaming. Like that was freaking. I almost want to play it right now just to play. I might play it tonight.
Yeah, and I'll play AVGN Adventures.
But yeah, the second one. Like I think I took a day in between beating the first one and starting the second one, and then once I started the second one, I was like, wow, this is great. Like the first one was solid, but this is great. Great. Just so over the top, so crazy, and plus there's the whole Star Fox thing.
What do you mean? There's a whole Star Fox thing?
You freaking noob ass douche.
What Star Fox thing?
You play in an R-Wing and you blow shit up.
What?
Yes.
When?
Towards the end of the game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's the greatest thing ever.
Okay, I agree. You're in an actual R-Wing?
You're in an actual R-Wing. You have the costume. It is god tier. It's godlike.
Bayonetta 2.
Bayonetta 2, godlike.
Okay. That's another incentive. I gotta play that. Or I gotta keep going, is what I mean.
Yeah.
Metroid, though. Metroid Fusion. It's caught my attention. Have you played it?
Yeah, I beat that years ago. I beat that on a train ride to New York.
Okay, so it is short. I thought it was short.
No,
so what's your
9 hours?
That's not too bad. I'm 3 hours in. What's your favorite Metroid game and why?
Ooh, tough question. Prime 3. which is a controversial decision, I know. But I loved Prime 3. I thought it was fantastic. Fantastic. And you know what my second one is? My second one is going to blow everyone's mind. Because everyone's going to say...
Wait. Let's give out a pin code.
Give out a pin. How about this?
GrabBlocks code.
Okay, give out a GrabBlocks code. If you can guess what my second favorite Metroid is, you get the code. Go.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Go. Because it's so batshit crazy that it's going to take people a while to guess it.
Won't they just go for the most obscure Metroid?
No, because, I mean, there's some real obscure ones.
Really?
There's one real obscure one. Like one really obscure one.
You've just hinted at what the answer is then.
It's not, I guess. Whatever. Let me just shut up.
I feel like I'm going to get burned for this comment, but I feel that there's a lot of similarities between Fusion and Metroid Other M. Did you find that?
Not really. I didn't hate Other M though, but no, it's not Other M. All these people think that it's Other M. I didn't even think of Other M when I said it. Oh, Maru Sereno. Macarena wins it.
Macarena?
Metroid Prime Hunters. Holy shit.
Wait. Who wins it?
Marusino.
Marusonaro?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. He wins. Holy shit. I played that game so much. So much. The online. Me and my current housemate, he used to come over. He didn't live with me at the time. He'd come over every night. We went through DS systems like water on that thing. I was working at GameStop at the time, and their policies were so lax. So, like, we would break a DS, I would bring it to work, act like it was a damaged product sold to a customer, and then we'd just get another one, and we would just do that over and over. And no one cared. The manager knew exactly what I was doing. He didn't give a shit. Nobody cared. And so,
things you admit on this channel, jeez.
I give a shit. But yeah, dude, I'm hundreds of hours on that online. Hundreds. We were in the GameFAQs forums. We were in clans and shit. We sometimes when you would be up against a hacker, you could disconnect without it affecting your record if you ran away from the router. So I lived on a second floor apartment, and we would just bolt down the stairs and just start running down the street like crazy with our DS, like disconnect. It was
run down the street with your DS to disconnect.
Yes, because you didn't want to catch an L because it affected your score, your ranking.
Why not just unplug the router?
Because that was bad. You were not allowed to do that. But if you got it was weird. If you unplug the router, you would get a disconnect and it would go against you. If you ran away from the router, you did not. Don't know why it worked, but we sat there and figured that shit out. That game was amazing.
So I mean, it was. What'd you like about it?
It was just fun. It was simple. It was fun. It had voice chat for friends when you played with friends online. It had voice chat.
Mind blown.
It was fun. So yes, Macarena. Make sure you give him his code.
He's got the code. Now, why Metroid 3? What did you like so much about Prime 3 that...
Controls.
Okay, so what about the trilogy with Prime 1 and Echoes? The controls are... you didn't play it? Okay.
Well, I mean, I played it on GameCube. I loved them, but Corruption was a very solid game. And that's probably my favorite. And then, of course, you have... Super Metroid and Metroid 2 and Fusion and Zero Mission and all those others.
I want to try Zero Mission next because I'm really liking Fusion way more than
Zero Mission. Zero Mission is just
the first one
remake.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Where the hell is my Metroid 2 remake? That's a freaking awesome game that needs a remake.
For sure. What's this Kafka Splatoon business? Oh, the voice chat. Yeah, we talked.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of what I was hinting at there. A freaking DS game. I mean, the single player sucked in the game. It didn't suck, but it wasn't that good. But it looked really pretty. I remember the reason I got a DS was he got a DS And I was at the time, I wasn't heavy into gaming. I was 18 or 19, I think, because I remember I was going to community college, and he was like, "Man, I just got the DS," and I was like, whatever, I'm not really playing much nowadays.
Right.
And that son of a bitch turned that on and put in the Metroid demo that came with the DS. And when she was on the bottom screen and then stood up and went to the top screen and the bottom screen, I was like my jaw was on the ground, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I have to go get this. And I remember everyone in town was sold out. I found one at a store like 40 minutes away, and I was like, hold it, I'm coming. And I skipped school and I went and picked it up, and I went to his house, and we just sat there and played for hours and hours. So great. I used to just sit there and like I'd be looking. I was playing Super Mario 64 DS, and I remember just sitting in this hall with like all these people, and they're like, "You going to class?" Nope. What are you doing? Playing Super Mario 64 DS, bitch.
Look at that. 10 years later, you're on Nintendo Enthusiast.
Sunrise, sunset.
Yep. On the Metroid topic, though, here's something I feel with all the Metroid games. I feel that they're not all that inspired. I feel overall, like the whole story revolves pretty much around either the original or the SNES version. Like it's a very tight timeline, right? And I feel like if they do make a new Metroid, they need to like step outside of the comfort zone. Like
they did. It was called Other M.
No, that was still. It was still
bullshit. No. You had a voice. Come on.
Okay.
That was humanized.
Gameplay aside, it's still about Samus for some stupid reason lost all of her abilities that she gained in the first game and has to slowly reactivate them.
That's the point of the game. That's the basis of the game.
But it's always no, it's fine. I'm saying it's fine. It's fine to like have her get upgrades, but I don't know. It's always like the same. It's always connected within the same 2 years. It's like, oh, the event, like right after these events, we're right back. She lost all her abilities again. Like, can't we get a little bit more creative with the story?
No.
Like, if you would make a new Metroid, what would be the story?
It would be
Other M. Everything has saved the day. A virus infected her. She lost all her abilities. Now go to this planet that's very similar to all the other planets. It's actually a reincarnation of the planet, and get all your abilities right back.
Yep. Fine with me.
It's fine with me because the game would be fun, but I feel like it's a loss of potential. Like you could do so much. I don't know. I feel like you could. And this is just the thing with Nintendo. I feel like their IPs could use a refresher.
Joseph just took a dump in your mouth with that comment. The same could be said for Zelda.
And it can. And I'm pro steampunk Zelda and futuristic Zelda. I'm all for redefining Zelda using the same formula. I know you hate this, and we're not going to hash it out at the end of the show. But the Zelda formula can work. And we talked about this, the time stones in Zelda. It could be a whole different kind of setting. Anyway, that's a topic for another time.
We did have a couple things I wanted to touch on. And I guess we could kind of transition into the questionnaire. But a lot of people are asking about the Smash ballot. And first and foremost, Ubisoft can suck my ass. Because, did you see this?
I saw it, yeah.
Where do you get off? Where do you have the gall to get off?
Hang on. You hate one person in Ubisoft. Should the whole
No. The company is flawed. Okay? Don't try to get your character in a game that your character isn't deserving of it. I like Rayman. I like the IP. Rayman is not deserving. Here's another one for you.
Okay, if it's not deserving.
Super Meat Boy, I got your meat right here. Okay? That game was originally for the Wii. They kept adding shit to it to the point of where it wouldn't fit on WiiWare, and then it never came out on a Nintendo platform. Oh, please put us in your game. Please. Here's another one. Ed Boon. Ed Boon. You want to see Scorpion in Smash Brothers? I got two things here for you. You know, a left and a right one.
All right,
You can
all
choose
right,
which
all
one.
right.
I mean, come on, dude. If you're not gonna support the platform, if you're not gonna put games on the platform, but you want to be seen on the platform in the most prominent game currently on the platform, your mind is warped. Your mind is warped. Shantae is more deserving.
She is. Hang on. Out of
Banjo.
I'll let you finish. Out of those three, two I agree with. Meat Boy and Scorpion. Like, get out of here. Rayman, I think, is not having Ubisoft saying it. Yeah, sure, they've been douchebags and stuff, but Rayman would deserve. And look at the hype when that leak came out, the fake leak. I'd love to see Rayman in Smash. I'm all pro Rayman in Smash. Bring him on.
I think the hype was just based on the holy crap factor.
Okay, and here's your thing. You're always about keep politics out of video game. Video games are fun. The whole video game world, you're like, get these business suits out of it. Put Rayman in Smash, not because a business suit says it, because Rayman is fun. He's a fun character, fun games. Let's make Smash fun. Let's have Rayman in Smash.
But there's better characters for Smash.
I agree.
So I don't want Rayman in. And nobody who owns Smash Brothers really wants Rayman in. That's where I'm coming from. I don't want to see Rayman. I could think of a million different characters.
You want to see Mr. Belmont. That's
yeah.
what you want.
Hell yeah. It's not going to happen. I mean, I'd rather see Bayonetta. I'd rather see
I think we're honestly we're going to see Shovel Knight.
I'd rather see Shovel Knight. That's fine. Even though the whole PS4 thing is a bit questionable, you got to make money.
Do you know why you'll see Shovel Knight?
Why?
Simply because we're in this indie boom era. All the big companies are trying to, circle jerk around the indies. Microsoft did it first. Sony's like, oh, we love indies too. And then finally Nintendo was at the party saying, we love indies. If you put Shovel Knight in a AAA game like Smash, it says like, well, we love indies the most. We embrace them. Putting Shovel Knight,
do that anyways.
Putting Shovel Knight in Smash is more than just a fan thing. It's a statement. And I feel like it symbolizes something that that their competitors can't touch.
All I know is it ain't going to be Scorpion. It ain't going to be Rayman. So I didn't send you the code, Macarena. Jason did. Jason, Macarena's having trouble getting the code.
I sent him the code. If he goes to youtube.com/inbox, should have been there. Yep. Okay. Your message has been sent.
All right. So questions.
Hang on. Let's get a code out. We got two, right? We got ping. We got master reboot. Should we get the master reboot code out? I say yes.
Sure. I don't care. It's your channel.
Oh, I like that. Say it again. All right. Master reboot code for for North America. We're gonna do this with trivia. Let's make it a good one. Do you have any ideas? I guess it's my turn to have some trivia.
Yeah, it's your turn.
That's good trivia. Anything Nintendo Enthusiast related? So that what would be a good Nintendo Enthusiast trivia?
It's your trivia.
I know it's my trivia. Okay, entertain. Talk while I think.
Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions going on while Jason is thinking of his trivia question. There should be questions flowing in the room, so let's get some questions flowing in the room. Rayman is being held back by Ubi shit. I mean, yeah, just because they're not. That's not a priority for them. Rayman is not an IP that they're focusing on right now. But I mean, there was some good things. Favorite Castlevania game? That's an easy one. Super Castlevania 4. That's the bee's knees. Maybe, maybe Castlevania Dawn of Souls. Dawn of Souls might actually be my favorite. I don't know. That's a toss-up. Depends what day you ask me. I really love Dawn of Souls, though. Super good game.
All right.
What level did I beat? Okay, go ahead.
I got one. It's Nintendo Enthusiast related, specifically Indie Corner. So I hope you guys have watched Indie Corner because that's how you're getting this master reboot. When Indie Corner was first launched, it was launched with a certain amount of parts to it. There was a set amount of episodes. How many parts was the original Indie Corner series? I'm just looking for the number. Is that clear enough, Shawn, or do I need to elaborate on that?
Area of Sorrow. Come on. I mean, it was good. Dawn of Souls was better. Yeah, it's your question. I don't care.
I'm saying, does it make sense the way I asked it?
Yeah, it was in blank, quick videos showcasing.
It was in all the titles
within 5 minutes. Please note that most of this footage is early development.
Wow, he's got me.
Up first,
I got my number one fan here.
Diarrhea from Poop Studios. When was my first video? Is a question. Like the same week Jason did his first, like a year ago, a little over a year ago.
2 or 3 days before me.
Yeah. Favorite NES game? It's a good question. I'd have to think about that. Favorites: Dawn of Sorrow, not Dawn of Souls, whatever. Favorite NES game? That's a tough one. I would have to think about that. Or you could just watch my top 10 NES games.
Oh, you better get ready for a Ping 1.5 giveaway. Might as well give them away now because we're at the 1 hour mark. So you get the next trivia.
Okay. Well, someone has to get yours right, and everyone's guessing wrong.
I'm surprised nobody has it here.
I'm about to take a stab at it.
No, you don't even know it. Hey, everybody, welcome to Indie Corner, where we talk about indie games in this part series.
I put it in the chat room, in our personal chat room. Was I right?
Yes, you're right. That's what
okay.
So sad.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I'll go with Mike Tyson's Punch Out for my favorite NES game. Because that's a game I could play forever and never get tired of it. Even if I mastered it, you never really master it. And you can just do another world circuit if you do master it. And then if you master that...
I'm surprised no one knows this. It's actually in the playlist. It even says the Indie Corner something part series. That's not the theme song anymore. Do 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 do.
Yeah, and where the hell is my intro?
Oh shit! I totally forgot about it.
God Almighty!
Oh my God, Joseph's got it.
Joseph Priestley, come on down.
He's got it. The 14-part series, Indie Corner, was originally released in 14 parts. Each part represented a genre.
All within 5 minutes.
And they were all done in 5 minutes. And actually, that was Shawn that suggested I do that after I did it once.
It was her trademark.
And now I'm dropping the trademark.
You're a bastard.
I can't fit it in 5 minutes anymore.
That's true. All right, I guess I need to come up with a trivia question.
You do.
Okay, I got a stupid one, but it's kind of easy. What did Joseph win? Joseph won Master Reboot?
Won Master Reboot.
Damn, son. That's a big game there. That's a top dollar game too.
Which one? Master Reboot. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Scary though. Hope you like horror games.
Yeah, that's a freaking awesome game.
Oh my God. I kind of regret the driving level.
It sucked.
It sucked, but the scare in it.
Oh yeah. I would at times I kind of regret giving it a 7.5. But I think it's a little better than that, but I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so my question is, since we're on the topic of Ubisoft, how many Assassin's Creed games came out on the Nintendo DS? Go.
Wow. That's a tough one.
It's not that tough.
I have no idea. Assassin's Creed on the 3DS?
No, Nintendo DS, the original.
Does it include DSi?
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, it doesn't matter. There wasn't a specific DSi one.
Okay. Wait. Did Joe get 2 codes?
I don't think so.
Oh shit. Well, I sent him the code already.
Well, if he did, whatever. You got one on us. Well, Macarina's trying to win a second code.
Do you remember?
Stephen Bauer, come on down.
Two.
And
what were they?
I don't remember. I don't
Stephen
remember the
Bauer
names of them.
gets. Oh, Stephen.
I
Bauer
have one.
Ping.
I have one right here, actually.
Let's
Isn't that random? How I just have a freaking Assassin's Creed game
Was it
for the
good?
DS? No, there were 2D games and they were absolute dog shit. I got it in a freaking mystery bundle that I bought from punchoutgaming.com.
There you go.
Those mystery bundles are awesome, though.
What is it?
Like
you just get a magic box every month, or what?
You get a magic box. You choose a company if you want. You can choose Nintendo products, Sega products, Microsoft products, or PlayStation products. There is a $30 box, which is valued at over $40, and there is a $50 box, which is valued at over $80. And I've bought, I think, 2 boxes. I bought a cheap one and I bought an expensive one. My expensive one, I got a couple cool plushies, a Game Boy adapter for the GameCube with disc. That's a $65 pickup right there, and a bunch of DS games and Game Boy Advance games. And they put in, the way they do it is they make the boxes and then they just slap a name on them, whoever buys them. And like, even in the cheap boxes, people were winning Contra Force, which is a $100 NES game. Like, they do these things up. I completely, if you got some money and you got a favorite company, I mean, people get consoles and people are getting Vitas in the Sony packages. Yes, dude. Like, this shit is tight.
All right. Speaking of promotion, so that was who? Punch Out Gaming, right?
punchoutgaming.com. They have a Facebook page. Look up their Facebook page too. You get a bunch of discounts. They do sales all the time. For Easter, they did 15% off everything in store. I stocked up on some NES commons that I needed. So yeah, punchoutgaming.com. All
right. Now, speaking of promotion, we also have our own little bit of promoting that we can do, because we have a store now, Nintendo Enthusiast. We have a store, the Indie Corner Shop. If you go to chopshopgoods.com, that's CHOPSHOPGOODS.com. You're going to see a tab on the right. It says partners. You go under that, you'll see Indie Corner. Click that, and now you can get Nintendo Enthusiast swag, such as t-shirts. They come in 2 colors. They're black, either the red, which is what I usually wear, or with the white, which is what Shawn usually wears. There's also an Indie Corner shirt with that logo back there, whatever. And we're also going to be adding some indie game shirts. So the first one up there is Armillo, and there's also a limited edition run of an Armillo shirt with the signature of the 3 devs on the back. New indie shirts will be added on a weekly basis, monthly basis, and you guys voted in on the Indie Corner show. So if you want some cool swag for Nintendo, and it's cheap too compared to other shirts, you can get a Nintendo Enthusiast shirt for $15. The indie shirts are $17. They're more because the money and the profits go straight to the indie dev, making sure they can do more games that you love. So that's my promo bit. Good?
Good.
All right. Lightning round. Ready?
Ready.
Okay,
Lightning round. Go. Fast questions.
We got
simple.
You got to write it. There's lag.
Oh, yeah. Lightning round. Ask questions. Oh.
Lightning round. Oh, that's actually a good question, Steven. Will we get Shovel Knight shirts? That one's a little bit harder. Just because Shovel Knight doesn't need Indie Corner to promote them, because they're doing so damn well on their own. And they also have their own t-shirt line and their own company. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try to get Shovel Knight in there, but I don't see how I could incentivize them to do that.
Ness or Lucas, that's like asking diarrhea or vomit, and you lose either way.
DK Fire.
Oh, God. How fast does a kangaroo hop? Pretty fast, I would think. I mean, that's their main method of traveling, so.
Expected release of the NX. Both Shawn and I think 2017. You're not going to hear a thing about it next year.
17 indeed. There was not 4. There was 2.
2 what?
2. Someone's saying there was 4 Assassin's Creed games on the ES. There's 2.
Uh-oh.
There was Assassin's Creed and then Assassin's Creed 2 Discovery.
It's 2 plus 7.
2 plus 7. 9. Or 27 if you're combining the two numbers next to each other.
Smart
It depends.
answer.
It depends, dude.
If it's 2 and 7 or 2 plus 7.
You don't know. You don't know what he was meaning. How fast does a rocket go? About 3,000 miles per hour, depending on the trajectory and the velocity and the atmosphere. You know how much gravitational pull there is.
If no one lights that rocket, it's not going anywhere. It's going 0 miles per hour. So there you go.
And I'm just making up shit.
All right, let's wrap it up. We're over the time. We had a long night.
All right.
You have anything you want to wrap up on?
What am I most hyped about for E3? Devils third. No, I'm good. I'm kind of tired, honestly.
Anything dropping this week you want to get people excited about?
I never know anymore. I never know anymore. It's just if I get a wild hair up my ass, you might see something.
All
if
right.
I don't, then who knows? Yeah, there'll be something. There'll be something.
Something. All right. Week in review.
Definitely a weekend review. I was just freaking exhausted Saturday, and I was like, "Well, I made that amiibo video." But did you watch the room tour? Was kind of neat, I guess. I don't know. People like that stuff.
I didn't see it. I saw you uploaded stuff. I'm like, what? He's touring his room. What a guy. I've just got Indie Corner. I don't know how it's gonna come. When I haven't written the script on Sunday, it's usually means it's gonna be a while before it's out. I'm gonna get that out. I have an idea for a special episode. Other than that, I got my review up for this thing, the NES Pro. What is this? The NES Pro game controller. It's a Bluetooth controller. I reviewed it, unboxed it on Nintendo Enthusiast, reviewed on Gaming Enthusiast. It's going to be shipped off to Shawn, who's going to be testing it out with his Retron, and he's going to be adding this to his collection. So, see, we don't always fight.
Nah.
Other than that, yeah, I don't think I've got anything else planned for the week. So that's it. See you guys next week. And thanks for joining us. Have a good week. Keep on playing Nintendo and keep it classy.
Keep on playing indie.